Hi everyone, ThyloBT here, and I thought I'd go through how I defeated Canada on Jurassic Difficulty in about 3.5 hours and give some tips. So the first tip that you're going to want to do is make sure that you've got some good scientists to start off with, because they are by far the most expensive thing. So the four scientists which I actually started off with were this Otanes, who had cheaper research, the cheaper incubation, an altruistic salary, and I think a faster treatment. And their total came to 120,000. I'll show you this at the end of the video, but this is by far the most important factor. I had to reset a whole bunch of times and I ended up making a save file for it, so I could start off while I was doing all this testing, but that is by far the biggest thing. So basically, if you have less than 100,000 as your starting balance for your first four scientists, then you're probably good. But they mainly average around 120,000. But the big one by a mile is cheaper incubation, because for every 3 dinos you make, you'll be getting a 4th one for free. So to start off with, the first thing you'll do is you'll obviously get a Struthie out, and once you have that out, you will start researching a capture team, because this capture team will be able to get the only wild dino on the map, which is a brachiosaur. This brachiosaur. So yeah, I don't have the genome to be able to get a brachiosaur, but as you can see, it has like 285 star rating, which is just fantastic. So it'll be over here at the very beginning. So the second you get your response facility, you'll have to research it, but the second you get your response facility, fly straight over there and pick it up. And then you also start off with the Nasutoceratops, the Struthia minus Nasutoceratops, Amargasaurus, and Dilophosaur. So start off with your Struthie and Nasutoceratops. Don't go for your Dilophosaur straight away, because you have to actually get the research for the feeder. So I'll just go through how I kind of progressed through, and the link will be down in the description of the full video, but I just thought I'd make this quick one to give everyone some top tips. So once I had the Struthies, and the Nasutoceratops and the Brachiosaur, the first place you want to go to is the Notoceratops. So Notosaurus, because this is the cheapest one of the cheapest expedition centers, and they also have a really high cost to appeal rating. If you've seen my spreadsheet, which will also be down below, they're very, very efficient dinos to get. And then after that, I start making my second enclosure. So if you go to the expedition map, you can see here, so the Notosaurus, so I only did one dig there, and the next one you'll go to is the Muttaburrasaurus in Australia. So this one's also quite good because it fits nicely with the next one that you'll be trying to get, which is the Gallimimus and Parasaurolophus. So because you have to wait until you hit 1.5 stars for these both to be unlocked, but it's only one dig site where you can get both, and then you'll also need to do one extra Parasaurolophus, which is here. Once you do that, you can put in 2 Amargasaurus just to get your species count up, and then you can try and get the Dilophosaurs, and this should hit you to 2 stars. So I've just got a little pack here. They're a little bit of a pain, because the second you get them, you have to do the research for the carnivore feeder, which you can't do until they get released. So once you get them out, that's really, really important. So the next step, after you've done that and you've hit 2 stars is where everything starts to open up. You'll go for the Ceratosaurus, depending on how much money you have at the time. So the Ceratosaurus is, again, a really cheap expedition. I think it's only about 80,000, sorry, is how much it costs for the expedition. I either go here, or I think there's one over here somewhere. I obviously didn't go to this one, but yeah, this one gave me 87% for just one trip. So go to the Portugal formation, and then you can usually put 3 or 4 Cerats in this enclosure. Once you've done that, you'll go to your research, and your end game is a Tylosaur. That is probably going to be the case for all of them, and so you'll need a lagoon. So once you've researched that, you'll have to actually put into the park 3 plesiosaurs, because that will then automatically unlock the dig site. for the Tylosaur. Don't worry about getting all these other ones. What you're aiming for is the Tylosaur, because once I had made those Ceratosaurus, I only just focused on keeping everything going, building like my facilities, and making the Tylosaurs. So this is the first bay I made. I released 3 Plesiosaurs and eventually got 2 Tylosaurs, but they obviously ate all the oh, that one's looking a bit hurt. They obviously ate all the Plesiosaurs, which is fine. You were just using those 3 Plesiosaurs to be able to get to the Tylosaur. Then I made a second enclosure, and finally a third one. I have a second Ceratosaurus enclosure here because it was one of the challenges and it just got me over the edge. But yeah, the Tylosaurs are definitely the big money makers. So the other thing I did, apart from the usual, get your profit going for your burgers, for your food and all the facilities. As you can see, I've got 100% shelter, 100% restrooms. I've got 100% transport. Don't know why that's red, but as you can see, it's 100%. I've got quite a few hotels because I mainly use the hotels rather than the viewing galleries for the visibility. So you can see I've got hotel. I do have one viewing gallery here just because it helped seeing the rest of the Dilophosaurus, and then another hotel. I just added this because I had to build it, but I originally had a viewing gallery there because the marine viewing gallery in Jurassic Difficulty was a very large amount. I believe it's, oh no, sorry, that's the wrong. Nope, this one. It cost, what, 3.5 million to research, which is the cost of two incubating Tylosaurs, so you shouldn't waste your time on it, and as you can see, I didn't need it. So that's more or less it. If you have any other questions, please ask and I'll try and answer them, but I have put down the full video, but I just wanted to make this kind of quick summary of what I did and the kind of strategy I went, and I'm going to be implementing this same one as I go through the different challenge modes. So yeah, the end appeal, actually I'll show that quickly. So the end appeal I ended up having was, what's that, 13,595, yeah, so over double. Guess I had over 2,000 ticket sales and amenities. So I paused this straight after, so the second I hit 5 stars, and yeah, almost 100%. So yeah, it seems like you actually need over double the total appeal to actually be able to hit that income, because you can see I only just kicked it with 226%. Now I'll just quickly show you the save file I had set up of the scientists that I started with. So perfect Canada scientist, that's what I did. I had to reset I think 3 times, which is why you won't actually see the very start, but the first thing I do, so let's say I'm starting a new Canada challenge, I will go straight to the scientist just because their cost is so crucial for the very beginning. I've tried multiple times and you can easily fail just because of the scientists you get. So as you can see, this is the very beginning. I've literally made nothing. I've made nothing. I've only just started. The only thing I did was I hired this 4th scientist. But yeah, so cheaper incubation, cheaper research, faster treatment, and altruistic salary for under 120,000. Usually you'll have 3 and they'll be 120,000 and you won't get these 2. So cheaper research you can live without, like if that's a cheaper synthesis I wouldn't stop your run, but the cheaper incubation, I would say it is extremely hard, if not impossible, to get through the first bit without the cheaper incubation. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Good luck doing your challenge modes. I'll probably start doing a few more of them soon, and I'll see you guys next time.